we're going to do an oil change on my 2016 KTM 390 Duke. I think I've only done one other oil change so far, so this is still fairly new to me, but we're gonna figure it out again. Okay, so first I'm gonna start by taking off this plastic cover here, just so oil doesn't like drip down from this. And to take this off, there's two bolts up top here. One of them is under this thing, and then there's another one back here, and then there's 4 underneath. And I'm gonna use my looks like it's 10 millimeter, and I can't find a 10 millimeter socket, so we're using this. A little closer. Okay, this other one is like right under here. It doesn't take much to get these off. Ignore my bike being really dirty. I really need to wash it. Hasn't been washed for a while because I haven't been able to ride it for a while, and so okay, then here. It's just hard because there's like, it's not like it's kind of in something, so trying to do it with this is a little harder.
A few moments later.
Okay, scratch that. I found a deep one because that was annoying. Alright, I gotta think which way this is.
$2,000 years later. 1 eternity later.
Now that the flies have bitten me 10 times, we have her off. Easy. Okay. There she is. So I have my oil pan underneath. I'm gonna take the drain plugs out. Okay. And this one, well, I'm gonna take this out first. Okay, that way it can vent while it's getting the oil out. So now we gotta take this off. It literally says oil filter on it, and I have a 5/16 on here. Got both of them loosened before taking them off. So there's 3 things you have to take off. I loosened up these. I don't know if it helps the airflow. I don't know. But I'm gonna go to the other side because there's one that's like down here, and then there's one on the other side that we're gonna take off. So let's go do that. So also, this pulls out. filter, one of them. There's two.
I don't know where any shop rags are.
I don't either, but I know there's paper towels.
What inside?
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of metal on there. There's a roll over there.
Okay.
So, alright, I can probably do this now. And stand back down. Okay.
You want me to set it down?
Yep. You're good. There you go.
Let's get the rest of it out.
So, this one's a little bit inconvenient with how my oil pan is. So, we got the first one off with the screen. Now we're gonna do the second one. Let me make sure I have this the right way. Okay. I think this one will be easier on the other side. Where is it? Okay. Why? This is literally the same size. I don't understand. It's a freaking 13 millimeter. 13. Alright, I had to get a deep socket one. I got that one loose. This is a little baby mesh screen. Oops, my bad. Got it outside of the can. Now we're going to take this one off. There's a little suction on there. Just making a mess. It's okay. That is what it is. Okay. I don't know how to get this freaking thing out. There. Okay. So I used a little file. Obviously trying not to file the metal, but like I was able to like catch it on the side to pop it out. So there we go. Gonna tilt it again so it can drain better. So now I'm going to take this one and this one. I'm gonna clean them out and dry them as best I can. So I'll be back after I do that. So I just cleaned these out best I could. I just used water and then I used my hair dryer to dry them off because I don't want to get water mixed with the oil. In case you're unfamiliar, this part right here, this thick band, is magnetic, so it catches any little small pieces of metal. And yeah, just be careful cleaning that because you might get like a metal splinter in your finger. Just be very careful. Don't just sit there and like rub it with your finger. Use like paper towels or something, like bunch them up so it's thick, and then like use different areas of the paper towels to like wipe it off, because it is magnetic. So if you just keep wiping the same spot, it's just gonna keep sticking back on there from the paper towels. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a clean paper towel and try to clean out some of this extra oil that's sitting in here that didn't want to drain out. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I could see that there was still some oil sitting in there and I didn't want it to be, so. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna basically just do this backwards. Putting it back on doesn't really matter what order you do it in, so. Let's get the new filter. Brand new. This side goes in first, since this was the same side that we saw sticking out when we took it out. And this is the filter. At least if you get K&N brand, it's KN-155. And a good thing to do with any seals like this is to get your oil, which this is the oil that I am using. It's 15W50 Maxima brand. So just stick my finger in some oil, you don't need a lot, and rub it over the seal. There we go. And then we're just gonna stick it in how it was. So remember, this side's sticking out, this side is going in. Alright, and then push it in a little bit. Should be about a 1/4 inch in from the edge here. Alright, so then we're gonna take this. I'm gonna clean off the bad old oil from it. Get it cleaned up good. And we're gonna do the same thing with this one in the oil. It has a little O-ring, the little black ring here. Okay. That's good. And you really don't need a lot, really just a tiny amount. It's hard to find. And then we're gonna tighten it. There we go. We can double check the tightness after I move this. It's just in the way. But I want to get everything screwed back on first. Back on the other side, we're gonna put this one in now. It's like down here. All right. This one was a little different. So we have the clean mesh oil filter, which it's a little stained, but I might replace it next time. So I'll just stick this in there. Just make sure it goes in all the way. And then the plug for that one, which I already cleaned and oiled. have that one hand tied on there, so we're gonna move this out of the way. And gotta switch it. There we go. Am I going the wrong? I think I'm going the wrong way. Not bad. Yeah. Okay. Good to go. Since we're over here, have a little bit better angle, I'm going to check this one. Okay. Just needed a tiny bit more. So I don't have a funnel to use, so I'm going to try to make one from foil. So we'll see how this works. That should work okay. There we go. Just fireworks. Alright. Okay. That should work okay. So you need 1.7 liters or 1.8 quarts. I'm gonna put in like, so this whole bottle is 1 liter. So I'm gonna put in, I have a little bit of this left and this one, and then we're gonna check where it's at by this little window here. So let's do that. Just making sure it's not leaking out of my makeshift funnel. Go. That one. That's probably not gonna stay. So. I got the oil filled up. You're supposed to be able to tell the oil level from, let me show you. Where's it at? From this, between these two knobs is where the level's supposed to be, but mine is like so dark. I can't tell, so I had to go based off of, okay, this is how much it takes and this is how much I put in, so it should be close. And then I cleaned off this plug and I already oiled it with the new oil, so here we go. Alright, I'm hoping once it runs a little while with the new oil, maybe this will clear up and then I can actually see, because I can always add a little more if I need to. Alright, so now we have to put this back on. So here's where the bolts are underneath. There's ones kind of in the middle because this is the front, and then there's ones in the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and put, like, hand tighten these two on and then hand tighten these two, and then I'll tighten them all the way. wasn't, I don't think it was on right. Okay, there's that. Okay, got my ratchet. Make sure this is right. Where they at? Here. These are so hard to see, like, it's hard to tell where the heck. There we go. Alright, I got this back on and I topped off the coolant because it was a little bit low. So it's all good to go now. I made a mess with the coolant, so it is what it is. But this is on there. It should be okay oil wise, so we're gonna see.